Hey coaches, this is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a startup company based here in Austin, Texas. We're focused on helping student athletes successfully transition from high school to college and then into a career either in their major or if they're blessed to play their sport professionally. Mainly, we're focused on helping student athletes connect to other student athletes during the recruiting process and connect with college coaches during this very interesting pandemic recruiting cycle that we're in right now. The prospect we have on our podcast today is somebody that I got to know over the last year. I evaluated him last year as a freshman and selected him to the freshman Adidas All-American game this past December down in Naples, Florida. Kenny Nguyen is a class of 23 offensive lineman from Sachse High School. He is 6'2", 315 pounds. Like I said, he was a freshman All-American, one of the top 60 in the country last year. He's a second team preseason All-American. Kenny, how you been doing?
I've been doing good. How about you, sir?
Man, it's good to see you again. It seems like it's been forever since we were down in Naples last December, but we'll get into that later on. Let's jump right into the what coaches want to hear about you. You've got the really strong GPA of 3.8. Kenny, tell these coaches about the importance that you put on your academics.
Really, I've asked a lot of questions, like even it's simple, hard, medium. Like it doesn't matter what kind of questions. Like I ask so many questions so I can get help. I even ask my friends a lot too, so they can help me out, and I help them out. I help them out too, and
Okay.
I go to lots of the tutorials too.
Yeah, big time. What are some of your favorite classes?
I personally don't have a favorite. All of them is my favorite because all my teachers, like, they tend to help me out because I'm a student athlete and I participate a lot. So like they favor me a lot.
Okay. But you don't have a specific focus? Like, do you like math more or history or English or you like all of them, huh?
All of them, but mostly it's math.
Okay. All right. And then are there, and tell me, I always get confused. I've been here in Texas. How do you properly say your high school name?
Sachse.
Sachse. Okay, I forget that. Are there any teachers or APs or coaches or tutors that you want to shout out that's helped you keep your grades up?
It's been really mostly my mom and my friends a lot.
Okay, good stuff. And then as far as, I know you're still got, 3 more years of high school, but when you get to college, have you thought about what you might want to major in when you're playing football in college?
It would be major in business or culinary.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I must have missed that. That you like to cook or no?
Yeah, I really like to cook.
What kind of food?
Personally, it's like any type of proteins.
Okay. And do you do you cook a lot at home, or do you take a class, culinary classes, or what are you doing to drive that passion?
Um, I'm gonna like focus on my credits first, then take my electives next semester for culinary. But right now I'm
Okay.
doing business.
I like it. Okay. Well, a big part of the recruiting process is coaches knowing about your learning style, both in the classroom and on the field. Can you tell these coaches, are you more of a verbal, visual, or hands-on learning style?
I'm more of a visual and verbal because if they show me pictures, examples, and talking, I usually tend to pick up really fast and understand what it means.
Okay. And is that the same in the classroom and on the field, or are they different based on what environment you're in?
Oh yes, sir. It is the same.
Okay, good
Both.
stuff. And then another thing is, tell us about your body language in class. Are you a guy that sits up front? Are you in the back? Or tell us what your pattern is for being successful in your academics.
Well, ever since COVID happened, they assigned seats. Like before COVID, I was usually mostly in the front. And my body language, I usually have like study eyes. Like I'm always like focused and yeah. And my facial expression around others, like I put a lot of smile and like I help the students out and like they tend to like ask a lot of questions for answers for me too, and I help them out.
Okay, I like it. Some athletes, and I mean some, have a tendency of having a better work ethic when it comes to football, but don't have the same work ethic in their academics. Tell us about how you attack. What's your work ethic like, both in the class and on the football field?
My work ethic, I'm usually reliable and consistent.
In both areas.
Yes, sir, both areas.
Okay, good stuff. Let's switch over a little bit to telling us what kind of student are you? I mean, you like you mentioned, you like to help people out. When you have trouble in a certain class, you seek help, or do you try and push through it on your own? Tell these coaches what kind of student you are.
I'm like a really smart student. I participate a lot. If they ask, if no one like asks to read the paragraph, I usually intend will read the paragraph.
Okay. And then really helpful to the teacher, making sure class stays on track, not being a distraction, I assume, right?
Yes, sir. No
Yeah,
distractions.
sounds good. Okay. Let's put you over to learning more about you personally, Kenny. When you're not working out and getting ready for football season, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like collecting cards, like from baseball, basketball, and football. And I like to play fantasy sports. I like bragging rights.
Okay.
Um, I like cooking. I like listening to music, and I like playing story games. Story games.
Okay. So you got some stuff to take away the edge from football. I like that. Tell us, a lot of recruiting takes place in social media now. Tell these college coaches how's your social media presence and how's the best way for them to connect with you? What apps are you using?
Um, I mostly use Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. But on TikTok, I don't really post. I just like to watch the videos.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And then kind of some of your favorites here. What's your favorite food? You're a cook, so tell us what is your favorite food to eat?
Baked salmon or steak.
I like it. Yeah, I like both of those. Okay. Tell us what is your favorite football movie?
It would be The Water Boy.
Good choice. That's old school. Adam Sandler. Okay. And then you talked about listening to music earlier. Who are some of your favorite artists? What kind of music do you like to listen to?
Usually Lil Uzi Vert or Lil Baby.
Okay. All right. I like your variety. Tell us about we're going to talk about your family here in a little bit, but tell us somebody outside your family that's had a big impact in your life.
It would have been my dad because like usually before football, like I didn't really like football, but like ever since he convinced me, I tried it and I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What age did you start playing football?
Um, Second grade. Yeah.
Second grade. Okay. And then I call this my dream scenario question. Let's say you have a great 4 years in college and you find yourself in New York City at the NFL draft. Who is at your table waiting for the commissioner to call your name? Who's sitting with you?
My mom, my dad, Coach Rowland, and Coach Thompson.
Okay, got the list all together. I like it. Coaches want to know about their student athletes giving back to their communities. Tell these coaches how you give back to your community. Are you involved in church? Are you involved with nonprofits? What do you do to give back?
I'm involved in church. Usually, I like to donate and fundraising.
Okay. Any specific charities that you work with?
No.
Okay. Just give it away to everybody. I like that. Kenny, well, after I know you're young, but 3 years of high school coming up and then 4 years of college, what do you want your life to look like personally and professionally when football is all over, whenever that is?
Um, be like a businessman after
Okay.
that. Yeah.
And it's,
And
so you've got a lot of interest. Do you want to eventually own your own restaurant? Do you want to be a chef? What are you thinking about professionally?
I want to own a restaurant, basically. Yeah.
Okay. That's good stuff. All right. And is there a specific type of food you want to have that first restaurant in, or gonna keep a variety?
I think I'm gonna keep it plain and simple.
Okay, like a steakhouse or something.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. Another big part of the recruiting process, Kenny, is communication. Tell these coaches how you like to communicate with teammates, coaches, and your friends.
I mostly communicate them over calling them on the phone, messaging, and social media.
Okay, that's good to know. Hey, let's switch to about your family. I met your dad when we were in Naples, obviously, but tell us a little bit about your mom and dad, what they do for a living, and are you an only child? Are you the oldest? Give us a little bit of background about your family.
I have two brothers and another baby's coming on the way.
Congratulations.
Um, my dad and mom, they own a business on nail cares or like they do nails.
Okay. And then are you the youngest? Are you the oldest? Or where are you in the siblings?
I'm the oldest.
Okay. And then tell these coaches, being the oldest, tell us about the your mentality and the emphasis you put on being the best big brother you can be to your siblings.
Mm, I want to put them a lot so I can like I want them to look up to me.
Okay. And what are they? Are some of them in high school? They're all very much younger. I know you got one on the way, but what are the other two?
One of them, he's about to turn 2 years old, and one of them is in middle school.
Okay. Well, you got some young ones. Okay. Do they like watching you play?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
my middle brother, he goes to a lot of my games. He really looks up to me.
Okay, that's good stuff. Hey, let's switch over as we finish up here. Let's switch it over to recruiting right now. Obviously, I mentioned it earlier. I selected you to be one of the top 60 freshmen of the country back in December. Tell us a little bit about the experience of playing with 59 of the best freshmen in the country in Naples last December. What was that
It's a
experience like?
lot. Um, it's a lot of competition compared to the others I went. Usually, when I go there, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest there, or the fastest. There's like going to be other people like be better than you.
Yeah. Did you, I know you guys did a really good job of staying close and becoming friends and following each other. Do you still stay in contact with some of the guys you met down in Florida?
Yes, sir. I met some of them on football camps.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you ran into some of the guys from Nolan Catholic, like Noah and Caleb and those guys, or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good stuff. And did you have a good time down there?
Yes, sir. I really had a good time.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hey, switching over here to football and recruiting. So as you go into your sophomore year, tell these coaches, what do you consider your strengths as a lineman, and what are some of the things you're working on going into your sophomore year?
My biggest strengths would be like pulling. Like whenever we pull plays, I usually like knock them out.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
Kenny, tell these coaches what's your nickname.
the mountain.
And the pancakes, the guy who tracks pancakes, man, he puts a lot of pancake blocks out there. But I'm sorry to cut you off, but tell us what you're also going to be working on going into your sophomore year.
I'm working on punching people because like on the previous years, like most coaches didn't like taught me how to punch really well, and I
Mm.
met during like on July I met someone to work with. His name is Coach Donald Hawkins, and he's been teaching me how to punch lately.
So I know Donald personally. Donald played at Texas with my son, so he is a good coach and a great guy. He will teach you excellent techniques. So shout out to Donald and what he's doing with all the linemen up in the Dallas area. It's good stuff. Tell me, are you a weight room guy? What's your strength looking like right now? Do you love being in the weight room?
Yes, sir. I love being in the weight room. I post a lot of lifting on my social media.
Hmm. I know you're going through a COVID-19 environment right now, but give these coaches an idea. Give us your PR or your best record at bench and squat.
My bench is at 275 right now. My squat is 405. My
Okay.
incline is 185. I don't have my form on clean is really not good, but I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
It's at 195.
Okay. Good stuff. And then tell us a little bit about, coaches always want to know about your relationship with your high school coaches. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with your position coach and your head coach at Texas.
Um, Coach Barons, he's the head coach. He's been watching me since middle school, and my offensive line coach, Coach Roland. I met him on Bullet when I was in the eighth grade. Like I didn't know he was gonna coach at Sachse, and then like during my eighth grade spring, he came to work at Sachse, and my other online coach at Sachse, Coach Thompson, he just came in on my eighth grade year, and he's been watching me,
Okay.
and the
Kenny,
relationship is really huge.
Oh, okay, it's good. And that's good. I know you get some good coaches up there. Hey, tell us a little bit about your, coaches want players who respect authority and are dependable. Tell us a little bit about how a teammate would describe you.
A teammate would describe me like leadership.
Yeah.
Um, like usually if they like get down, let's say they gave up a sack, I tell them like keep your head up, focus on the next play, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And then how do you lead in the weight room when you guys got back together here for workouts? How are you showing your leadership there?
By like clapping on like let's say that they're struggling, and like I like keep saying push push,
Hmm.
like we like, and then I get all the guys, and then they start clapping
Okay, I
too.
like it. Kenny, there coaches, we usually see that there are usually three types of players. There's players who like to play the game, there are players that like to practice, and then there's those special players who like to practice and play games. Which one are you and why?
I'm more like a I'm more like a practice in games because I love to practice because without practice, like you're just gonna be like rusty, and like I'm not gonna know what to do. Like let's say that in practice we just went over new plays, and then coach call out the signals in the games. I'm not gonna know what to do or what play that is.
Right. And Kenny, are you a big film guy? Is film study a big part of your preparation for each week in the games?
Yes, sir. I watch it. Um, Sometimes I watch it after practice, but mostly I watch them on like on the weekends a lot.
Okay. And then, is there a certain lineman in college or in the NFL that you like to pattern your game off of, and who is that?
When I was young, I watched a lot of Joe Thomas and Andrew Whitworth, but right now I like watching the 49ers O-line.
Oh yeah,
They're like ranked number one in like rushing attempts.
yeah. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the Niner game this past weekend, but Trent Williams had a block where he nearly
Yeah,
decleared a linebacker. Did you see that?
yeah, I saw that video. It was like
Yeah,
popping on Instagram and Twitter.
yeah. Hey, you know that adversity is part of playing the game of football. Tell these coaches about a time in your life, either personally or dealing with football, where you had to overcome some type of adversity.
It was during the playoffs game. Like everyone kept doubting me, like that I wasn't gonna do good in the Allen game. Like usually there was like a lot of JV players and some of my freshmen. Like they kept like saying that, oh, he's not gonna do good at Allen game because he's a freshman. But
Hmm.
like then when it came to the Allen game, I got like 3 or 4 pancakes there.
Yeah. That's big time. That is big time right there. Hey, tell us, you've got to have a lot of talent in your team. Tell these coaches about some other teammates that you think should also be recruited that may be flying below the radar. Who are some of your teammates you think that you want to shout out right now?
It'll be Robert Cedeno and Eduardo.
And what positions are they?
Um, they're both guards.
Okay, good stuff. Anybody else you want to shout out that has impressed you?
Um, my center Ricardo Ochoa, he's been like I've been knowing since like I was playing spring ball with him. Like I was in the 4th grade and he was in the 6th grade. My dad wanted me to play up, and then now he's here and he's like leading me.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kim, do you participate in any other sports? Do you do track and field? Do you throw the shot or anything, or no?
I do shot put.
Okay. I know the track got cut off last year because of COVID, but it's coaches love football players who participate in track in the spring, so that's good to hear. I mentioned a little bit earlier on, but give us your definition of leadership and tell us how you plan on leading as a second-year varsity player.
Leadership is like someone they look up to, someone that can lead the team far. And how I'm gonna lead the team is by setting example and like cheering them on.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Hey, tell us, another thing that's important is your competitive spirit. Coaches love coaching players who are just naturally competitive. Tell us what kind of competitor you are.
um, I'm really competitive. Like when we do one-on-ones, like I don't like to give up lost a rep.
Yeah.
And whenever we do like run holes, like I go 100%. So I don't want them like crossing and then giving up a tackle for loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Kenny, you've got good size, and coaches who may not have seen your parents are probably wondering, you're what, 6'2", 316 right now. Tell us, what do you think your height and weight will be by the time you graduate from Sachse?
I think my height will be by 6'4", and my weight, I think I'm probably going to gain like 5 or 10 more pounds.
Okay, that's good. That'd be really good size. As we finish up here, we always talk about the elevator pitch. Take 15 to 30 seconds, Kenny, and tell these coaches why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program.
I'm hardworking. I'll give them 110%. I'll do what they wanted to ask. Like if they don't have enough room for left guard, I'll play left guard. If they don't have enough room for the tackle position, I'll play the tackle position.
Okay. So flexible. You definitely are somebody that has a lot of diversity when it comes to playing all the positions on the line, and that's definitely going to make you recruitable. Well, man, I am so glad to hear that you're doing good. You have definitely matured since being that quiet young man that we had down in Naples back in December. But I'm looking forward to getting up there and watching you play this year. Continue to be safe. Continue to work hard. I'll see you on the sideline soon, okay?
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, man. Tell the family I said hi, okay?
All right.
All right, we'll see you.
I'll see you too, Coach.